When you're in basic training, the last thing on your mind is freaking how much money you're making. But little do you know, every 1st and 15th of the month you're in basic training, you getting paid, boy. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys how much money you guys can expect to have when you guys finish basic training, and just some general information about like how you guys get paid in the military. So straight up, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, how much you guys get paid is depending on what your rank is in the military. So for an example, I was an E2, and by the time I finished basic training, I had like over $4,000 in my bank account. I think I had maybe $4,000, like $300 or $400. So if you're going in as an E2, you could expect to be finishing basic training with that much money. Now that's given that you don't take out any money while you're in basic training, because you guys will have access to the ATM on Sundays. You guys can go to the ATM and see how much is in your account, or you can withdraw money to go to the PX and stuff like that. But you guys will be given a American Eagle card or something like that, which already has money on it, and I suggest you guys to stretch that out. If you're an E1, you should probably expect maybe like 4,000, like 4,100. If you're an E3, you guys should probably expect maybe a little 4,800. And if you're a specialist, maybe 5K and all that stuff. And to me, that was a lot of money. Like after basic training, that was like the most amount of money I've had in my bank account, like at a single point in time. Like when it was family day, bro, and I looked at my USA, I was like, I saw that 4K, I was like, nigga, we made it. So yeah, I told you guys how much you guys should really expect when you guys are done with basic training fully. I recommend you guys don't take any money out, or that if it's like a joint bank account with your parents or something like that, make sure like you trust your parents or whoever you share your bank account with, because the drill sergeants have told us like there's been some sketchy stuff, like people's parents done some sketchy stuff with people's money, so just beware. So now I'm gonna basically break down your paycheck while you're at basic training. Before I get to that though, I just wanna say, like family day, you're gonna have like all this money in your bank account, right? And family day, you're gonna be out with your family, or if your family doesn't come, you and your friends are gonna get a taxi and just go to the mall or the PX on base and whatever, and just do whatever until you guys have to go back to your company, right? I would say like, don't buy anything that you really don't need, because like, look, you're not gonna go home after basic training. You're gonna go straight to AIT, right? So some people bought MacBooks, some people bought new phones. Like, depending on your circumstances, buy what you need. But like, don't waste your money on stupid crap, right? Because like, you're gonna see a lot of like stupid spending in the military, bro. There's gonna be people who's never had a lot of money before, and they think it's unlimited, so like they go crazy. Don't be one of those people, right? Now, if it's like an experience, like, bro, go for it. You know, your life is like, don't freaking have a boring life because you're trying to save money, right? Experience a lot of stuff, but just spend responsibly, bro. I would say have your parents bring a bag that you pack before, like, I would say pack a bag before you go to basic training of all the stuff you want to take with you to AIT. So like what I did, so I knew I was a 68 Echo, right? And 68 Echoes go to Fort Sam Houston. So before I went to basic training, I looked on their website what you could bring and what you couldn't bring, and it said you could bring your laptops. So I told my parents, like, hey, or I packed a bag of all the stuff I wanted to bring with me to AIT with my laptop and my camera that I'm using now, and I packed it in a bag, and I told my parents, hey, bring this bag with you when you come to my family day or graduation, so I could take it with me to AIT, because you're not going to go home after basic training. You're going to go straight to freaking AIT, right? And so basically what I'm saying is, you're going to have all this money that many of you, this is like the most amount of money you've had at one time, because it was the most money I had at one time too. But like, I took my parents out to eat. I paid for everything, you know, everything I could, because like they paid all this money to come see you, like as far as plane tickets or driving over this way, you know. And so I took my parents out, but like, try not to go overboard, because like, save your money so your money can save you, you know. Boom, on the screen right now is going to be your freaking this is basically E1 through E4, basically how much you guys get paid a month. And as you can see, like, you guys can basically do the math for yourselves. Like, so like, say basic training is like 2 or 3 months, just freaking times your rank by the amount you get paid a month, and that's basically how much you're gonna end up with if you don't spend any money while you're at basic training, right? Outside of the, I think they give you like $300 for basic training, you know, to spend at the PX and stuff like that. So as long as you can stretch that $300 out, which you should have no problem doing, because I was able to do it. I actually freaking sold stuff and I actually gained a lot more money too. I'll save that for another video though, but like as long as you don't spend like an absurd amount of money in basic training, you guys should expect this number times the amount of months you guys spend at basic training. Alright, so that was the pay chart, so like y'all could go off of that, freaking just Google it. But this right here, what I'm about to show you, is what you guys can't freaking Google. This is basically like the whole itemized pay chart. Well, this is specifically my pay chart. This is called your leave and earning statements. Like whenever you want to take leave, this is what you go off of to see how many leave days you have. And if you want to like do a pay inquiry to make sure you're getting paid freaking right, bro, like it's gonna come up in the military. We need to like go through this and like actually see like if your numbers are looking right. But yeah, so this is like the exact amount of money I got paid during basic training, right? So I'm finna go through it. So look, I'm moving my mouse right now. So you know, you got your name right here, you got your freaking, all this stuff right here at the top is just like all this information about you. Your ETS date is the freaking, that's basically the end of your contract date. Like that's like the last day of your contract that you signed. Now if you choose re-enlist, that's up to you. And your pay date is basically the date that this pay date's on and all that other stuff. So look, so right now in the entitlements, because there's 3 sections, right? There's entitlements, deductions, allotments, and then there's a summary, which basically summarizes all this stuff if you don't want to look at it itemized, right? So entitlements, you see my base pay was $2,323.60. Now if you refer back to the chart, that doesn't make sense, right? That's because I got advance pay and some more stuff. Honestly, I don't entirely like know how this works, but like look, this is how much I got paid. So my base pay was $2,323.60. That's because you get paid extra while you're training, like for clothes and all that stuff. As you can see, initial clothing and advance pay. Advance pay is basically like just in case you guys need extra money, because this is considered like a PCS move when you first move from like your MEP station to like reception to actual basic training, right? I googled it, that's what it told me, bro, so don't come for me if it's wrong. And BAH is basically like when you're in the real army, it means like it's gonna be more if you live off base and not in a barracks, but it's for like toiletries, toothpaste and all that stuff, and initial clothing for your uniform. So that was all entitlement. So this is all the money that you guys get. Like, so this is what the government's paying you. Now we're gonna go to the deduction side, and this is how much Uncle Sam is taking from your ass, right? So boom, you got your freaking federal taxes, your freaking social security taxes, you got it's a bunch of taxes, bro. And if you guys choose like to have life insurance, you guys are gonna pay life insurance. This is what the SGLI stands for. You could set it to 0, you could set it to 400,000. I think I set mine to 200,000, and depending on how much you set is how much the government's going to take away from you. AFRH is basically like, I don't think you can take it away from I don't think you can stop the government from taking that dollar away from you, but it's basically for like veterans, like retirement homes. And advance pay, you see they gave it to you, but they took it back, but they repaid it. I honestly don't know what happened there, but and the MGIB is the Montgomery GI Bill. That's the free college after your 4 years. And then mid-month pay, you don't really have to pay attention to this. Mid-month pay is, so you get paid the 1st and the 15th, unless you have USA or like Navy Federal where your pay gets like early. So it would be the 14th or like a couple days before the 1st, right? So mid-month pay is how much you're gonna get. Because you don't get $2,323.60 straight up, right? If you want to get that, you're gonna have to talk to finance. But mid-month pay is what they pay you on the 14th or the 15th, and end of month pay is how much they're gonna pay you on the 1st, right? So this is basically how much I got paid. Or let's look on the summary side, which sums it all up. This is basically how much I got paid end of month, and this is how much I got paid mid-month, right? So if you add those two together, you get how much I actually got paid, which was, I'm doing the math right now, $699.42, which is this $1,479.12. So that's how much I get paid a month at basic training. Now if you times that by 3, you get how much I finished with, which is $4,437.36, right? So $4,437.36 is how much I left basic training with. I left basic training with a little bit extra because I sold some stuff, but that's basically what you guys came here for. I answered that question at the beginning of the video. And yeah, guys, so you should expect to, I mean, I was an E2 leaving basic training. I started basic training as an E2, and I left with $4,437. If you're an E1, it should be a little lower than that. If you're an E3 or PFC, it should be a little higher. If you're an E4, it should be way higher, like close to $5,000. And that's basically how much you guys can expect. If you guys enjoyed the video, I really appreciate it if you guys hit the like button. I'm going to do 2 videos this week because I didn't post a video this weekend. I honestly, like sometimes I get distracted with my life. It's busy, so I'm sorry for that, guys. But yeah, guys, I just want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. And yeah, guys, peace. Comment down any questions below. And yeah, like the video.
And some national.